espectador, saravá! Aqui é João Vicente, está no ar uma edição especial do Estúdio Showlivre. Trouxemos uma cantora franco-americana que veio dar uma pequena amostra de seu set doce e inusitado. Com vocês, Maia Vidal.
Good morning, heartache. You old gloomy side. Good morning, heartache. Thought we sang goodbye last night. I tossed and turned till it seemed you had gone. But here thought I'd forget you, but you're here to stay. It seems I met you and my love had gone away. Now every day I stop by, say to you, oh, good morning, heartache. What's new? I'm living in a dream, 'cause awake I'm bound by gravity. I'm living in a dream, so let me sleep. Wake up, I've been sleeping again. I had a dream I hoped would never end. And I'm not sure if I'm still asleep or awake, awake in a dream inside my dream. But every night I find I know how to fly, so high overhead I watch the cities go by. And I never come down, I never leave, 'cause I know that we're all made of dreams. I'm living in a dream, 'cause awake I'm bound by gravity. I'm living in a dream, so let me sleep. I'm living in a dream, 'cause awake in life holds nothing for me. I'm living in a dream, so let me sleep. Every night I find I know how to fly, so on high overhead I watch the cities go by. And I never come down, I never leave, 'cause there's no waking up, we're all made of dreams. Good morning, heartache. Here we go again. Good morning, heartache. You're the one who knew me well. Might as well get used to you hanging around now. Good morning, heartache. Sit down now. Should I say something? No? Okay. No, I'm good. Want to write a song about the words I live without, the words I cannot say, in hopes they go away. I want to write a song about the words that I've cut out from my verbal repertoire. You've waited, now here they are. A is an abortion, animal cruelty, and B's for the bees. C is climate change, D is doomsday, E is earthquake. F, my fear of flying, G is global warming, and H was Haiti. Ice caps melt on Judgment Day. These are the words I had to erase. These are the things I won't have to face. 'Cause I live in a world of peace and harmony. I don't read the news, so it doesn't touch me. K is for the killers, L is for the lies. Mama, why'd you bring me here? 'Cause you knew about the nukes, and I'm sure you knew about overpopulation. So maybe I should quit, 'cause I don't wanna risk seeing this transpire. Safe under the ground, I won't have to view this world as it expires. Y and Z, these are the words I could not erase. These are the things I will have to face. 'Cause I live in a world of war and poverty. I don't read the news, but it still touches me. There's something kinda nice about living in times we don't believe in God. Just turning out the lights and it starts smoking again, and it wouldn't even matter, 'cause the world won't be around long enough for me to get cancer. And I know this to be true, but I don't see it as bad. Think we could run, look at all the fun we had, and I live life every day knowing it's sort of my last. And I love it even more, 'cause I know it's all I have. All I
Maia Vidal no Estúdio Showlivre. Okay. So Maia, Simon, how are you guys doing? Good. Could you please talk on the mic? Yeah. So first, congratulations, spectacular
you.
music.
Thank you so much.
So this is your first time in Brazil, right?
Yes.
What are you thinking so far? Enjoying it?
Wow, unfortunately, right before coming, I was in New York City, and it's very cold there. So I caught a bit of a cold. So even though we've been here a day and a half, I've just spent the whole day in bed. So I'm hoping that for the rest of the trip, I'll get to explore things.
Yeah, I hope so.
But my first impression is good.
First impression of the bed is
Exactly.
good.
Very comfortable beds.
Okay. And do you enjoy Brazilian music? Do you know anything?
I grew up listening to a lot of Latin American music. I think my first real experience with Brazilian music was doing capoeira. Like when I was like, let's see, what was I, 17 or something, I decided I want to do capoeira. So of course I was like singing the songs and playing the instruments and stuff like that. But
And did you keep on doing capoeira? Or
not for very long. Most things, I don't know. When I was that age, I did something for 6 months and stopped and did something else for 6 months. But I really liked it.
Yeah. That's nice to know. Nice to know. I'm sorry, the production team is saying something to me. Oh no, forget about it. They're telling me to translate the things that you said, but the subtitles are gonna work later. Cool. You released an EP called Poison, 5 Rancid songs that I love.
Yeah.
Right. And as far as I'm concerned, the band name you used were Your Kid Sister because you were like a sister of Tim Armstrong, right?
Yeah, and that was the idea. It was sort of like basically I wanted to do this cover project because I wasn't ready to write my own songs. And so I decided to cover these Rancid songs because I really liked Rancid. Even though I wasn't really punk rock anymore, I really liked Rancid. And so Your Kid Sister was this sort of persona that was supposed to be, either the kid sister of Rancid or some punk's kid sister who finds the Rancid records and then starts playing them, but just in a totally non-punk way. And so that's kind of how I got into playing accordion, actually. It was like, I wanted to find the instrument that was least like the electric guitar. And so I was like, accordion, that would work. And that's how that style evolved.
Yeah. Did you get to meet Tim Armstrong?
I did this year. It was super exciting. Because of course when I was, 15, 16, 17, I was very punk rock and I, listened to all their records and he was kind of like my teen heartthrob. I wasn't into all the sort of Leonardo DiCaprio types. I was like, yeah, Tim Armstrong. So when I was doing the Your Kid Sister project, he actually saw the video I did for Poison and contacted me. And so we, for like 2 years, would talk on the phone or email each other. Or, he suggested I do for my full-length album When It's Quite All Right, which ended up on the album. And then finally, and we never really managed to see each other. And finally, he came to Barcelona for a show, and that's where I live. So I got to meet him and the band, and it was very exciting. I was a little bit starstruck at the beginning, but it was cool.
You have a history with the punk rock, right? Even Greg Graffin from Bad Religion had produced an EP that you did with your old band, right?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Anything to come from this type of music? I don't know.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
I mean, these guys, Greg Graffin and Tim Armstrong. Do you think you're going to work with them?
Well, me and Tim have been talking about doing something together for a long time, and it's always just not really, he's extremely busy, I'm extremely busy, but I really would hope to work with Tim, and maybe more instead of him producing something I do or something playing together, actually maybe like write songs together, because that's actually something else he does is writes, collaborates with people to write songs, because even, Rancid songs, they're very punk rock, but they're very, very catchy. They're like really great pop songs if you ignore all the distortion and all that. So yeah, I think, maybe for the next record I'll do that.
Nice. And how did that develop? I don't know if I can call it that evolution, but that process from hardcore music to this more light music, more soft music that you do today, how did that happen?
Well, I think that my whole music history is kind of a series of like 180s, of a series of rebellions, kind of. Because I started doing music originally playing classical violin. And I started when I was 7, and by the time I was like 12, 13, I didn't want to play anymore, but my parents forced me to continue to play. And so sort of in revenge, I started a punk group on the side. I was still doing violin and whatever, and I would have, my orchestra performances, and I was the only one with bright blue hair. But I started playing punk music like that. And then after 3-4 years of that, I just sort of didn't want to be in the punk scene anymore. I knew there were good people and everything, but it felt like I wasn't actually as hardcore as I said I was. So I took like 3 years off of music, and I just did visual arts And I was just like, my music, I'm never doing it again. And I really thought that I wasn't going to come back to music either. And then after, 3 years of doing art, I kind of got this idea to do this sort of not quite playing my own songs, doing these cover songs. And so it was kind of like a natural process. When I stopped doing music, I didn't think I'd come back to it. But, with enough time, it kind of came out again.
But anything in particular brought you to music again? I don't know, was only a need of expression? Like that?
Well, no, it was totally stupid. It was, I was singing along to Poison, the Rancid song, with a friend of mine, and we were cooking or whatever, and I was singing along to the song in this really sort of sweet, my little sweet voice. And we were, he was just sort of laughing because I was used to it, but it's true that if you listen to that song, you don't necessarily hear the harmonies, and I'm like singing all the harmonies and whatever. And so he said, oh my God, that's so funny. Wouldn't it be funny to like record the cute version of these songs? And so it really started out as almost like more of a performance art conceptual project. It wasn't about coming back to music. And then, I made a video because I was learning how to do animation. And then people started sharing the video like crazy, being like, oh, this is so great, And then my video was played in a film festival. And they said, well, why don't you come perform? And I was like, oh, I can't perform. I was living in Barcelona. I didn't have any instruments with me. And then I decided that was going to be fun. And that's actually how I got back into performing, is I went to this film festival and played the Rancid songs.
Like music, it happens naturally.
Totally.
Well, could you play a few more songs, please?
Sure.
Okay. Maia Vidal no Estúdio Showlivre.
So this is Poison. Chaucer's Canterbury tales. When three men find a pot of gold, they end up killing one another in the name of greed. Some people are poison, under my skin like opium, and I stare in their eyes to annoy them. Oh, the poison, yeah, the poison. Admissions of liabilities. I'm living in my own cold war with a room full of spies, and I can't find the dark. Some people are poison, under my skin like opium. And I stare in their eyes to annoy them. Oh, the poison, yeah, the poison. The violent aspects of a tattered man. Let me respond to that if I can. Illuminated manuscripts written by hand. Accusations have been made from the very beginning. Some people love poison, under my skin like opium. I stare in their eyes to annoy them. Oh, the poison, yeah, the poison. Some people love poison, under my skin like opium. And I stare in their eyes to annoy them. Yeah, they're poison, yeah, they're poison. Some people love poison, under my skin like opium. And I stare in their eyes to annoy them. Oh, the poison, yeah, the poison. they find they're full of regret. And I refuse to live my life like that. My life was going nowhere, that's for sure. Just trying to find something worth living for. 'Cause all of my friends look like little adults dance in the waltz of the tick-tock of time. But my clock stopped years ago, so I wouldn't know the dance even if I tried. 'Cause you and me and everyone we know was once a child and now they have to grow old. And when they do, they find they're full of regret. And I refuse to live my life like that. 'Cause you and me and everyone we know was once a child and now they have to grow old. And when they do, they find they're full of regret. And I refuse to live my life like that. Look at all these adults dancing the waltz of the tick-tock of time. Luckily my clock stopped years ago, so I wouldn't know the dance even if I tried. Look at all these adults dancing the waltz of the tick-tock of time. Luckily my clock stopped years ago, so I wouldn't know the dance even if I tried.
Maia Vidal no Estúdio Showlivre. Well, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Really great, great music. Which makes me kind of mad because some people study for centuries to get to music. And you tell that story in about 3 years away from it.
Wow. I did start violin when I was 7, so now that's, I don't know. What is 24 minus 7? I don't know. What is it? I'm so bad at math. 17 years?
Well, this is your first record, God Is My Bike. And you played all the instruments, right?
Almost.
Almost all of them.
Everything except drums, the bass, and then trumpet, and then Marc Ribot played some guitar on it.
And how did that idea came up, like to play almost all instruments and not have a band? I don't know.
Well, I think it was pretty, just again, pretty sort of natural. It was not a choice. It was more like I just started writing songs in my bedroom, and instead of having to call someone up or meet people, or I just learned how to play them myself. I think after violin, most instruments are pretty easy to learn how to play. So I think it was, it was mostly that, I was just feeling creative and left alone. I didn't have any guitar amps. I didn't have any drum equipment. So, even just adding drums later was kind of like a big shock for me because, I used to, when I would make my little demos on GarageBand, the percussion would be me going like boom, or boom, chak, chak, boom, chak. Like that's actually how a lot of the, rhythmic, hands and body and vocal rhythm came out, was just because I was by myself and didn't have a drum kit handy. And also, well, the cool thing is though, in live, and it took me a while to figure out how to work with other people because I don't know, with this project, I'm very, I know exactly what I want. I know exactly how I want it to sound. So it's, it's not everybody's taste to play in a band with somebody like me. But the cool thing is in live, I'm working with multi-instrumentalists as well. Simon can play I've been using so long. But I think that sometimes maybe people see too much as a baby instrument, like a toy instrument. And so whenever I play with it, people get sort of like, oh, it's childlike. But for me, I've forgotten that completely. For me, it's just another sound like anything else.
It's easier to tune it.
Exactly. Much more portable.
Well, that's just really easier than the programmation. Like, I used to ride my bike to get closer to God. Now I'm crying at night because I know the guy is sad. How did the whole idea?
That's kind of a magical tale of, well, I was living in Barcelona, and a friend of mine lent me the bike, and I had a bike, and so sometimes I would ride my bike at night and feel, I don't know, it happened to me multiple times. I had like music in one earphone, there was nobody else on the road, and it just felt like, I don't know, I felt like full of this light, and it felt like unified with the universe. And I'm not a religious person, but if I had been, I would have said it felt like closer to God, or some sort of kind of religious experience. And I was really moved by that, and so I wrote a lot during that period. And then one day I woke up and my bike was gone. And, you know, whatever, you go on with your life. But after a couple of weeks, I realized that I was not having that feeling anymore. And so it became sort of a metaphor for kind of the maybe loss of faith and kind of feeling, maybe when you're a child, you feel like kind of close to God because you know everything feels magical, and then at some point maybe you lose that connection and you start to really wonder if it was ever real or if it was just, you know, it's sort of ironic because obviously it's a really mundane thing about your bike being stolen, but also just sort of a way to express those different feelings, the sadness of losing that feeling of infinite and being in touch with the universe and everything.
Did you find out if the bike was like a cookie to that?
Well, I think it is. I mean, I really, I don't have that. I don't have that exact feeling on foot, basically.
Does the music bring you that feeling?
I was going to say that, but I didn't want it to sound corny. But it's true that, like, sometimes on stage, I'm like outside of myself. Like, I'm so, I mean, a lot of the times, you know, I play this song very often, and I've been playing them for a long time, and so sometimes you get used to it, and sometimes you don't feel them as much, but just out of nowhere, you might play a show where suddenly you're crying on stage, and you just totally didn't even notice it, and you don't know why, and it's just sort of, I think that I guess it's the closest thing that comes to it. It's just feeling like, you know, that you're making it, which is nice. You don't need to bike. You just have to play the music.
And, well, going back to mundane things. Do you have any new release?
Wow. I'm super excited about it. So I just, this whole year, when I wasn't touring, I was coming home to record. And I thought that I was worried that I wouldn't feel creative on tour because God my bike, I wrote it in a couple of weeks in the bedroom by myself. So I kind of thought that was my only way to be creative. And so I worried, I'm always on the tour, I'm always on the road, how am I going to write an album? But it ended up being that traveling so much really inspired me. And so, you know, a lot of the times I would be writing, you know, when we were on the train or in the plane or at the airport or however it might be, you know, little melodies would come into my head and I'd record them, or, you know, just little, and I would just be writing the little lines of poetry, and then later managed to, like, fuse the two together. And so every time we came home, like, I have a recording studio in my house, so it would be come back from tour, okay, we have 7 days, we could record all 7 of those days, which meant for like 7 months I didn't have a single weekend or vacation because it was just like all the time. But so over the course of these last 7 months, I wrote and recorded a new album, and it's right now we're just in the last stages. I just finished the album art, and we're just finishing the mastering stages. And so normally it should come out in end of March or April 2013.
have to come back to Brazil.
I know. It's going to be great.
Something curious happened to me. Do you have like a discipline to turn that free time you have, the small free time, a little bit of time, into work time?
I think it's, I don't know, it's something that just happens naturally. It's like, the first, it takes me getting used to, because when you start touring, you're a little bit stressed out, and then you start rush, and you realize you're here and waiting, there's a lot of hurrying up and waiting, and a lot of dead time. And at first, you don't really know how to use that. You just sort of are like, oh, it's boring, And I had a phase where I watched a lot of movies on my laptop and stuff like that. And then in other moments, it's just, once I started turning it on, once I started feeling things, having things come to me and allowing that to happen, it was all the time. It was like, literally get in the train without even thinking, starting writing, starting humming a melody, and literally even, that. And sometimes it wasn't even sort of a discipline at all. It was just, I couldn't help it. I was on a plane, and I had to, the last song that I wrote on the album, which was, it came to me while I was sitting in the plane before it took off. So I couldn't turn on any electronic devices to record the melody or the words, because it was you're not allowed to have a laptop on or anything. And so I literally, for the first time in years, wrote it out in in musical notes so that I wouldn't forget the melody, and I wrote the whole song basically while we were just sitting on the tarmac, and I was like repeating it out, repeating. And as soon as I said you can turn it on, I took my laptop and I started recording and brought it in literally with a little mic, and then there's the person next to me, and I'm like that I would never have thought that would be something that would happen, but I was just inspired while waiting to take off. So.
Well, we don't have any music left, right? Okay, so I'm going to give you the schedule of your tour in Brazil, okay? And thank you a lot.
Thank you.
A lot to do music.
Thank you so much.
And the next time you come to Brazil, please come to Showlivre. Você que gostou da Maia Vidal,